Hi kids, today we're going to be working on how to use a rounded number to find the original or exact number. But first we're going to do a quick review of rounding using a number line. We need to be able to round 233,523 to the nearest thousands. So that's what we are going to work on doing. I need to find the number that's in the thousands place, and it is the 3 that's here. This 3 is in the thousands place. The other 3 is in the 10,000s place. And this 3 is in the ones place. So I need to be careful that I'm rounding to the thousands place. I am going to start my number line with 3,000. And I am going to end my number line with 4,000. And then halfway between 3,000 and 4,000 would be 3,500. This is all the things that we've been working on with rounding in class. I need to focus my attention on this part of the number, 3,523, and I know that that is going to be on this part of the number line. 3,523. And I am going to decide, do I round down to 3,000 or do I round up to 4,000? And I'm going to round up to 4,000 because 3,523 is closer to 4,000. So I must use 4,000 as a part of my rounded number, as a part of my rounded answer. So I am going to say that 233,523 rounds to 234,000. And we know that we need to remember to keep the two numbers in front. And it is the same thing as us realizing that those numbers actually do exist within our number line, although we take them off to narrow our focus, like that. So let's try another example. We are going to round the number 461,723 to the nearest 10,000s this time. So that's where we're going to focus our attention, on the 10,000s place. The 6 is in the 10,000s place. So I'm going to start my number line with 60,000. I'm going to end the number line with 70,000. And I'm going to find my halfway point between 60,000 and 70,000. It's going to give me 65,000. I'm going to focus my attention on this part of the number, 61,723, and I know that that number is going to be on this part of our number line, 61,723. And I need to decide, am I going to round down to 60,000 or up to 70,000? I know that these numbers are closer to each other, so that means I need to round down to 60,000, and 60,000 will become a part of my rounded answer. So I'm going to have 60,000, and we remember that we need to go back and grab any numbers that are left in front of our rounded place value, and that would be 4. 460,000 is my rounded answer, and we also remember all of these numbers are also in the using 400,000 at the beginning, and we understand that. So that's a review of rounding. Now let's get into the new stuff. Suppose about 200,000 people live in Tallahassee. What could be a possible exact number for the population of people that live in Tallahassee? So we are now looking at a number that has already been rounded or estimated. We are faced with the task of taking this rounded or estimated number and finding out what the original or exact number could have been. And so we use our number line to help us solve. We are going to start our number line with 200,000 to represent the estimated population of people that live in Tallahassee, and we're going to end our number line with 300,000. We're going to find our halfway point. So we're finding out what's between 200,000 and 300,000. That's going to be 250,000. And then we are going to fill out this number line. So if I know this is 200,000 and I know this is 250,000, I'm going to find the places, the numbers rather, on this line that's in between. So about in here, we would have 210,000, and then we would have 220,000 would be next. And then we would have 230,000 next. Then we would have 240,000. Whoops, 230,000, and then 240,000. We already have 250,000 on our number line, so we'll just move right around that. After 250,000 would be 260,000. Then we will have 270,000. And we will have 280,000. Okay, and finally 290,000. Now we need to look at our numbers and see all the numbers that round to 200,000. So we run around down to 200,000 and find all the numbers. And those numbers exist right before 250,000 and right after 200,000. So we make a rectangular box to show all of the possible exact numbers that 200,000 could be as a exact or original number. So those numbers would be represented as 201,000, through 249,000. So these are all the numbers that could be the possible exact or original number for this part of our number line. We're not quite done yet. We need to do another number line to represent the second part. This time I'm going to end the number line with 200,000. So our number line ends with 200,000. And I'm going to begin the number line with 100,000. I need to remember to find my halfway point, and my halfway point is going to be 150,000. And then I would proceed to figure out what the other numbers are in between. Starting with 100,000, then I would have 110,000, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. So all of the numbers are represented from 100,000 all the way to 200,000. So now once again we're looking and focusing on the 200,000. We want to see the numbers that can round to 200,000. And we would include 150,000 because remember, the halfway point or more we round up. So 150,000 would be included, 150,000 to 200,000. And so we're looking at those numbers that would round up. So it would be 150,000. The possible exact number could be anywhere from 150,000 through 199,000. Possible whole numbers that it could have been before it was rounded to 200,000. And so this is what we are working on, the new math that we're working on that helps complete the math that we've already started when we were looking at how to round. Let's try another example, or you're going to try this example. I'm going to get you started on it. About 140,000 students applied to Florida State University in 2010 for the fall semester. What could be the possible exact number of students that applied to FSU for the fall semester? So here is our rounded number, and we need to look at what place was it rounded to. I can see that this was rounded to the 10,000th place. So I am going to use my number line. I'm going to start the number line with 140,000, and I'm going to end it with 150,000. and I want you to find the midpoint, and I want you also to complete the rest of the number line in your journal. Then I want you to tell me what numbers round to 140,000. When you're done with that, I want you to move down to the second number line, and this time we're going to end the number line with 140,000, and then you complete the rest. What do we start with? What is going to be the midpoint? What are the numbers in between? And also tell me the numbers for the second number line that will round to 140,000, and then we will have a complete picture of what our exact number could have been. Remember to leave me a note on Edmodo that says, Ms. Clemens, I have watched the video. See you all in class tomorrow, and we will continue to work on rounding, finding the exact or original numbers.